this kind of leadership struggle, a leadership struggle of this magnitude, that leads to the replacement of one House Speaker with another is really, really rare. It doesn't happen very often. And it has potentially huge ramifications. You know, it has potentially huge ramifications with respect to, in particular, how the House is going to conduct its business from here on out. The full body of the House, kind of at the beginning of a congressional session, votes on the Speaker. Then the majority party proposes its nominee. The minority party proposes its nominee. And usually speaking, we have an almost perfect party line vote. You know, all the Republicans vote for their nominee, all the Democrats vote for their nominee. What's interesting about what's been happening over the past few years is that sort of general dynamic has kind of started to fray. So when John Boehner was officially elected Speaker in 2013, 12 Republicans voted against him. When he was officially elected in 2015, 25 Republicans voted against him, and that's actually a very high number. So this kind of dynamic, this kind of system, this relatively unofficial system that we've had for the past 150 years, where, you know, the majority party chooses its nominee behind closed doors, and then all members of the majority party are expected to get behind that nominee in the official House vote, that system seems not to be happening anymore. At least it seems to be fraying. And so the big question, right, that everybody's wondering about is not so much who the Republicans are going to choose as their nominee for Speaker. It seems quite likely that's going to be Kevin McCarthy, the representative from California. The big question really is, when Mr. McCarthy is officially elected Speaker, how many Republicans will vote against him? And quite frankly, if more than 30 Republicans vote against him or don't vote for him, then he won't get the majority of the House vote. He won't be elected Speaker. That seems unlikely to me at this point in time, but if it happens, we're really in uncharted waters, right? Because that kind of situation where a majority party's nominee for Speaker doesn't get the majority of the votes, I don't think that's happened since the 1920s. Nothing has changed except the person in charge, right? The basic makeup of the House is the same. We have the same number of Republicans and the same number of Democrats. We have the same sorts of moderate and more extreme wings of both parties. The extreme wings of both parties actually are increasingly demanding things that are, quite frankly, impossible. And as a result, and of course we have the same president, I should say that too, the same president who's a different party from the majority in both the House and Senate. So the underlying dynamics are the same. And I don't think, I know Mr. McCarthy has considerable political skills. He's risen in the ranks of the House very quickly, and that's a testament to his political skills and political acumen. But I don't think that his political skills and his political acumen are going to enable him to chart a dramatically different course for the House, or make this Congress somehow more productive than it's been.